Well, here we go, day one of the Louis Vuitton Cup semi-finals, down to two pairs of teams chasing those finals slots. The big question of the day was, has anything really changed? Has anyone improved? Is the form different to what we've seen until now? First race out, Luna Rossa versus American Magic. American Magic played their 15-minute delay card. They had some kind of problem downstairs in the systems around the cyclors, but when they got going, they managed to hold Luna Rossa behind them at the line and take an early lead over the Italians. However, as things progressed in the second half of the race, Luna Rossa managed to get past with American Magic off the foils at one point, and at the fourth gate, Luna Rossa were just 4 seconds ahead. At the finish line, quite a close finish, but the Italians showing just greater strength and greater solidity, if you like, around the course to a 7-second win over American Magic. So a good close contest, but going 1-0 there. The next encounter, of course, was the top-ranked challenger Ineos Britannia against their chosen rival, the bottom-ranked Swiss team Alinghi Red Bull Racing. Both of them were late to the start line, and Alinghi had a narrow lead, and at the first gate were holding the British back by 11 seconds. However, Ineos found more wind in the second leg and managed to get across in front of Alinghi, opened up a bit of a lead there on leg 4. The Swiss team had quite a long splashdown. This is a weakness we've seen occasionally from them in the past. 1 minute 24 seconds in arrears at the fourth mark, and at the finish 2 minutes and 5. So a pretty hefty start for the Swiss, losing out pretty soundly to Ineos Britannia. So the second encounter of Luna Rossa and American Magic looking for a point on the scoreboard. They began evenly at the start. American Magic narrowly ahead again of the Italians, but and a 6-second lead to Luna Rossa at the second gate. The lead did change several times in the third leg, and it looked like it was going to be a good close contest, but eventually Luna Rossa getting the upper hand, and simply through that race showing less weakness and, you know, less tendency to go slightly off the foils than the Americans. A perfect start for the Italians, 2-0 in the second encounter. The second encounter of Ineos Britannia and Alinghi Red Bull Racing. The race was delayed, the start was delayed by 5 minutes because the winds had faded. However, the minute they gave the green light to the start procedure, being able to start, Alinghi Red Bull Racing went off their foils. They then had to, as they were trying to get back on them, went outside the race course and were penalised, which meant that when they finally did get going to the start line, the British slightly off their foils but managed to get a clean start. Alinghi Red Bull Racing had to fall behind to clear that penalty. Really, that was the race done at the first mark, 1 minute 18 seconds behind, and that built out to 1 minute 37 seconds at the end. So a perfect start for Ineos Britannia, the top challenger, and Luna Rossa, the other strongest challenger. American Magic showing that they can be in this, but they have to shake off those weaknesses and that tendency to go off the foils in tricky manoeuvres or lighter conditions. As one of the crew pointed out, only day one, but the two leading teams have a 2-0 lead and only need 3 more wins in this contest.